All right guys, this is Alex with All City Detail, and in today's video, I'm gonna just tell you guys a little bit about my experience and what happened with my van, and maybe something similar happened like this to you guys or your personal vehicle. So let's get right into it.
So has something of this nature happened to you before, Alex?
So nothing like this has ever happened to me, but recently I've been seeing a lot of videos and stuff on Instagram and the news about people coming outside to their vehicles and they go to start it and it sounds like a Harley Davidson motorcycle, man. They got me. They cut my catalytic converter off of the van, you guys.
What?
So I go to first of all, I got an interior detail going on. I'm all excited, you know, $250 coming in. I'm on my electric scooter on my way to the van. I remember even going like this on the sidewalk, on the van, just swerving, doing my thing. It's kind of cold on my way to the van too, so I'm like, man, when I get there, I'm gonna turn it on and let it warm up, and I'm gonna turn the heater on too, so it gets warm by the time I get the scooter in the van, and then I get in, it's gonna be cool. So I open my sliding door, I put my scooter in, I lean over, I put the key in the ignition from the side door. Sounds like a damn Harley, you guys. Harley Davidson right here, you know what I mean? So they got me, they cut my catalytic converter off. Instantly I knew right away. Boom, turn off the car, because honestly I was embarrassed. I was like, damn, did anybody hear that? Did anybody see that? It's the morning and like, it's all loud, you know what I mean? So I turn it off, I get out. I didn't want to like panic and go all crazy because there was some people out in their yard. So I get out, I look under my car, I already knew it was cut off. I'm like, damn.
How did you know it was because of the sound or?
Because of the sound, you know, and these times we're living in, I'm sure you watching this and everything is, you guys know this is something that we have to be careful with right now, currently, with everything that's going on in the world. People are going around stealing these catalytic converters and they're recycling them or they're reusing them or they're reselling them to shops, and all kinds of stuff is going on with those things. So they cut it off. I turn off the van, I look. First thing I do is I get my scooter back out of the van because I ain't going to that interior detail, you know what I mean? I hit them up. I sent them a video of the muffler, the catalytic converter being removed, being cut. They said, oh, damn, that sucks. Everybody was telling me, oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to hear that, you know? And I wasn't even really like, I was in shock. Like, you know, like when it didn't even hit me yet, I'm like, damn, like, I'm more or less like just bothered that I couldn't go to that interior detail. I'm not even worried about the van. I was more or less just like, man, I'm about to go inside and just take a break from this, you know? So first thing I did is I closed up the van and I let the client know I can't make it, sent him the video, and then I went to the surrounding houses to see if any of them have cameras. And as I'm doing that, I'm thinking to myself, man, what if they did catch the guy on camera? What am I gonna do? Oh, give it to the police so they can make a report and not do nothing about it anyways? You guys know, let me know in the comments, have you guys made a report about anything to the cops and you hoped they were gonna do something, but they just barely did the bare minimum? Man, sometimes we're not even worth wasting your time or their time, because they ain't gonna show up for about 2, 3, 4 hours anyways, because it ain't nobody there committing the crime. The thief is already gone. Nobody got hurt. Nobody's bleeding. It's not an emergency. The cops won't show up, especially when you live in an unincorporated area like Roland Heights, where you don't have a city police. You have a sheriff, because sheriffs cover unincorporated areas. City cops cover cities. Those of you that are criminal justice majors would know the difference. And it's just that when you're in an unincorporated area, you have less police officers that are being put out on the field to handle these unserious cases. So if I were to make a report, cop ain't gonna show up probably about 4 hours to 2 days, you know what I mean? Yeah. So I didn't make a report, and then I even told the people that I went to the houses, like, you know what, don't even worry about it, because even if we do get the license plate number, even if we do see the guy doing it, how are we gonna prove that that's my catalytic converter? My name ain't on it, my VIN ain't on it. So if you're watching this video right now, you better go into your car and write your name and your VIN and your last four of your social or something, because you gotta be able to identify that catalytic converter if you think you're gonna charge somebody for something, for stealing it, because it's not what you know, guys, it's what you can prove in the court of law. So don't think that a police officer is gonna come and save the day. These cops are just people that want that money, and they're just there on that hourly clock, and they wanna get home to their families at the end of the day. So they're just human beings. They ain't Superman and Batman, bro. That's all in the movies, you know? So if ain't nobody hurt or bleeding, don't call the cops. Remember that.
So Alex, what did you do and what did you tell the customers for that day? Did you cancel their appointments or?
So for that day, what I did is I did reschedule the appointment. Well, actually, I canceled it, and then I told him, I sent the video to him. I told him, hey, you know, I got my catalytic converter stolen. I took a video, I sent it over to him. He said, oh man, that sucks. So what we did is I never like to push people to immediately reschedule. What I did is I told him, yeah, so I won't make it out. I won't be able to make it out today, unfortunately. So just go ahead and send me a DM when you're ready to reschedule at the next best date and time. So that way, they're not feeling so obligated to hurry up and reschedule and move their personal life around for my inconvenience, you know? I want them to be in complete control of when they want their appointment. So I always leave it up to them to tell me the next best date and time.
So how did you solve it, or have you solved that issue?
So yeah, I did solve the issue. What's cool is that, you know, when you have a business or when you're in some type of customer service or when you have a job that you're able to interact with a bunch of people in the world, you're able to meet people. You're able to meet connections. You're able to meet people that have other businesses rather than saying like, because I used to do construction, guys. I used to have a respirator on and I'd be on the floor polishing concrete and I didn't get to talk to nobody because it's so loud and you just got to go there, do your job. So you ain't meeting nobody at work. But when it comes to, you know, detailing and you get to meet a bunch of people or working at the gym or working anywhere in the world that has like where you come in contact with more people, you meet more connections. So me personally, the way I was able to fix this, I didn't have the money to go out and replace my catalytic converter straight out. It would have been like $1,500, like $1,000 to $1,500, you know, even $2,000 depending on the car you have. So luckily, I know somebody that has a shop that was able to you know, weld me on a nice straight pipe. So I pretty much straight piped his van. It's like a race car right now, you know what I mean? It doesn't have a catalytic converter. I just put the pipe where they cut it and mounted a pipe all the way down with a muffler pipe to the other end. My car does not have a catalytic converter right now, so you know what? I don't gotta worry about getting jacked again. And you know what'll happen if I did replace it? They're gonna come back and they're gonna jack it again. So you better put a cage on that if you're gonna replace it and then think you're gonna, you know, be okay, because you're just giving them something to steal again. So either straight pipe your car until you gotta get it smogged again, because you gotta have that when you get it smogged. So I recently smogged it, so I'm good anyways. But you go and replace it, they're gonna come and take it. So it's just a cat and mouse game. So either get you something to protect your car or get you something to protect your car, because that's the only thing that's gonna work to protect your car.
Got it.
You know what I mean?
So where you live, has that been going on? Like, have you heard of other people's catalytic converters being stolen?
Yeah, man, right now, for the past, I would say like 2 years, ever since like the COVID thing, it seems like it's been like a big business, is this catalytic converter, either reselling, recycling, I don't know what they're doing with it, or reusing, but there's a bunch of things you can do with it. You can steal a catalytic converter, you can recycle it, you can resell it, or you could put it on your car, you know what I mean? You could do anything with it pretty much, and there's some that are even universal. So yeah, this happens a lot, not only in my area, because I see the news, and this happens everywhere. Now there's some people that don't watch the news, but it's even on Instagram. You see people's Instagrams like, oh my God, they just stole my catalytic converter. So be careful out there, guys. If you have a higher vehicle and your car is not like a sedan or a car that's lowered to the ground, which is still vulnerable too, but these cars that are higher, they're more vulnerable because they could just slide under there and chop it off and slide on out, you know what I mean, and be gone without a jack. So this does happen everywhere. You're not safe. Don't think you are. If you're watching this video right now, be sure to keep this in your mind when you go to sleep. You know, make sure you keep a window open, because you're gonna hear, yeah, they're gonna be sawing that thing off.
So is this why you don't have like any like logos or a wrap on your van?
That's exactly why right there. And you know what's crazy is that it's to the point where I didn't even want to have this logo on my van right here, because I felt like now the person that stole my catalytic converter can go on my Instagram and see what's inside the van. They can you know, see where I'm at, see when I get home. I post everything on my story, you know what I mean? I'm not scared, so that's why I will. And at the same time, I'm gonna leave that sticker there, because now I'm just gonna keep one eye open and one window open and be on the lookout, you know what I mean? And if they come back, you know, then I'll be able to you know, hopefully catch them slipping this time. So yeah, logos, guys, they're not always gonna bring good business. It might bring bad business too, you know what I mean? You put that logo on your van to get attention, right? Whose attention are you getting though? Be careful.
So I mean, it sucks that they took your converter, but what would you do if like they stole your van or
So if they stole my van, this van has 2 GPSs on it. There's one on the windshield and there's one in one of the seats. I'm not gonna tell you which one, but I only have 2. So I got an Apple AirTag. If you guys are mobile detailers, or if you guys are humans with a car, because anybody can benefit from an Apple AirTag inside their car, get you an Apple AirTag, get 2 or 3 of them. Put one in your car, put one in your backpack with your camera, put one in your backpack with your laptop. Because when they steal your car, they're gonna take that backpack, they're gonna ditch your car, and they're gonna keep that backpack on them, but they're not gonna know they got an Apple AirTag in that thing. So you're gonna track them down. So you gotta be one step ahead. We're in 2022, you know what I mean? We got all these little gadgets and stuff, trackers on phones. So I would say, if they stole the van, that'd have been better than taking the catalytic converter, because at least I'll know where they're at.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So GPS your stuff, guys. Apple AirTag. This is not a sponsored video.
But you can sponsor
Yeah.
them, Apple. You can sponsor
I even got one on my wallet.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Smart.
It comes with it has a card, and you pop the Apple AirTag into the card, and then you just slide the card into the card slot.
Oh damn.
Yeah, so I can find my wallet too. I just ping it and it gives a noise.
Oh shoot.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Well, it seems like you handled this situation pretty good. How are you able to stay so calm and centered with all this going on?
Well, personally, I went back to my house right away. First of all, it all boils down to this: knowing what your options even are. Because my girlfriend told me, and she's gonna probably get mad that I even say this. She's all, you need to find out who it is, and you need to catch them, or you need to go to the police and do all this stuff. But it's like, the police can't do anything, because how are they gonna know that's my catalytic converter? You know what I mean? If you know the law, you can't just charge somebody for they thought. It's not what you know, it's what you can prove in the court of law. And then if I find them, I can't just go get myself in trouble, because then I'm gone, you know what I mean? And then it's like, you're not gonna win either way. So the best thing you can do is to just turn that van off, don't even mess with it right away. If you get your catalytic converter, turn your car off, drop what you're doing, and go do something you do like for about 10, 20, 2-3 hours until you're calm.
Yeah.
And then come back out of the room, call somebody, and then start handling the situation. Because if you start handling it right away, you're angry, you're mad, you know what I mean? You're gonna do something maybe that you wish you didn't. You're gonna go and spend money that you wish you didn't spend off of an impulse. Because to be honest with you, my boy fixed this van for me right here. He fixed it for me because I met him and he fixed it for $150, and I didn't even have the funds available at that time. So that's another reason why I was stressed out, is like, damn, they jacked my catalytic converter, funds are low, bills are still coming in, this is all I needed right here, you know what I mean? So then it's like, that's why I didn't stress out. I went and took a breather, came back out, and I said, okay, I know my boy owns a muffler shop, I'm gonna give him a call. He talked to me, he told me my pricing, anywhere from doing it the right way, which would have been $1,500, or come down and let's see what we can do. So I brought it down. And what we did is we put that straight pipe, we straight piped my van, and we fixed it, like MacGyver pretty much, you know what I mean? So luckily I know a mechanic that has a muffler shop that was able to help me out, you know what I'm saying?
So Alex, when you get the new converter, what's your plan to kind of like safeguard it this time, or make sure it's not stolen again?
So once I do put the actual catalytic converter on, after I removed the straight pipe, the reason I did that is because I didn't have the full $1,500 to do it that day. Just got something to hold me over. But when I do put that new catalytic converter on, what I'm gonna do is, my mechanic, the same guy, he told me that they can put a shield on there in front of the catalytic converter. But at the same time, you guys, I'm sure that they can still cut that thing off, cut over here and over there and slide it out. So at the end of the day, whether you put a shield or not, I think they can still steal it. So the best solution, I would say, is just to keep your van close, man, because these people, they're only gonna keep coming back, and you just gotta tighten in the security on your van. You know, you can't leave it unattended, I guess, you know, any vehicle, because no vehicle is safe, you know. Alrighty guys, so there you have it. That's my experience with getting my catalytic converter stolen. If you guys get your catalytic converter stolen, you know what I mean, don't overreact, take a minute, go over your options, and then find the best solution. You know what I mean? It's unfortunate that if this were to happen to you or to me or anybody, but just, you know, stay safe out there, keep your van closed, keep one window open and your alarm on if you have it, I guess. Alarms ain't gonna do much for you, but you know what I mean, it might go off, I guess, you know what I mean? But they're in and out quick, so. You know, thank you guys for tuning in. Hopefully you guys learned something from my experience, apply it to your lives, and be on your toes, because especially if you got logos on your van, they're not gonna come for just that catalytic converter. They're gonna come inside your van and they're gonna take out what they can too. Catalytic converter is just gonna be where they start, you know what I mean? So be safe out there guys. I'm All City Detail. Thank you guys for tuning in. Like, comment, subscribe, and tune into the next video. Thank you.